Hi guys, and welcome to Wheezy Palace Model Railway, N-Scale Model Railway, where we are concentrating on modelling or trying to remodel the Cirencester and Tetbury branch lines, or the stations in particular, in N-Scale, 2mm scale. Firstly, a massive big thank you and a shout out to Stephen Humphreys from Elvenholme. Without Stephen's help in his last two videos, he gave me a little mention and my subscriptions have gone up by quite considerably. So thank you, Stephen. For everybody who is new and for those who may have lost track, here's an update on everything we've done from the very start of the build of this layout. So please enjoy. We have a spare room within Wheezy Palace, which is our home, of 9.5 foot square box room, of which we are using three sides. The timbers and boards were laid out as per the pictures that you see now on 3x2 timbers and 12mm MDF top, all sealed with PVA glue and all to suit, so it's all got bonded and waterproofed. The layout of what we're doing is basically a double loop with Terri Station and Cirencester Station at either end. The loop is going through the middle station, which will be Wheezy Junction. More about that a little bit later on. So let's have a look at this layout in a little bit more detail then. As we've got Tetbury on top of the tunnel, we come out of the tunnel and the junction there, which will go into the TMD area, which is where you see at the back there, and the Wheezy Station will be at the front. We come up out of Wheezy Station around the corner and where the road will cross the road, etc. We then cross the river, which is halfway around the layout on the backboard, and then come around the loop where Cirencester will get its entrance from, across the back wall, go over the river again, and then we come to the junction that Tetbury branch will come off of, and that is it going across the back wall there. And then of course we come into Tetbury Station, which is just there. And with the magic of technology, this is where we transport you into the future and show you the access and a little bit of work that we did for the tunnel. Just in case we ever get a problem, we can detach the little hillside there, which we turned into allotments and made it a little bit of a garden feature. With the use of some readily available kits from Arch Lasers, using some laser cut kits, we managed to get the buildings for the actual Tetbury goods yard, together with a little bit of scratch building, a little bit of ingenuity with plastic, the cattle dock, all handmade, and a Pico station which we kit bashed. We managed to get most of the buildings that do exist within the Tetbury complex, and with some good scenic work, lots and lots of instructional YouTube videos later, we have Tetbury Station. With Tetbury Station practically complete, there's just a bit of detailing bits and pieces to do. We turned our attention to the Cirencester build. It obviously comes off the branch line, the loop there from the branch line. But does it work? We wired everything up, and as you can see, Tetbury is at a very advanced state, as well as quite a bit of the other scenery en route here. But yeah, the class 22 bubble car makes its way out of Tetbury Station, and it's all wired and rigged and ready now, and you are gonna be basically slap bang up to date with the build and the rails layout, as opposed to it's all now in, it's all working, it's all complete. So our attention is turning mainly to scenic stuff and to build the Cirencester complex, of which is in effect is where we're up to with the build. And as you can see, it comes off of the main loop into Cirencester branch, and it will stop where the station is going to be placed and housed, just about there. So as you can see, we are very, very well advanced with the Cirencester build, but everything is wired up, everything is working, all the points are working. We have them now switched. Not properly made onto the official switch panel yet. That's still to come, but we do have a panel of sorts, and it is working. So all the auto frogs are put in on each point. There's been no problems. There's been quite a bit of running going on, and as you can see, the bubble car is quite happy to just meander through the layout, through the mess that I'm always in, behind all the tins of fruit that hold the track down while it's drying, and all the little bits and pieces that we haven't quite finished off, which seem to be plenty and everywhere. The biggest problem I've got is we start jobs and we don't finish them before moving on to the next one. But there you go. You are now basically up to date. I think I left the last video at the houses that I'd started to make. So we're going to pass over to them right now as we enter Terri Station to park up. So, if you've seen it, the last episode, episode 9, is where I left you with the houses here, and this particular image was the last image that was up. They've now had their lawns fitted, it's all grown, they've had some fencing put up, even a couple of people out having a barbecue there. Paving's been put in, all the social distancing measures are in, the times we're living in at the moment. A few trees, a few bushes, and basically it's all looking all tickety-boo for them. Wheezy Junction Station just in front is next on the cards, and that's having a little bit of work done to it during this update as well. More of that coming up. Looking a bit tatty, we need to clean it up a little bit. And there's the junction off into the TMD, which again needs a bit of work. But all looking a lot more advanced than it was the last time you saw it. Although it has been a while since I last put anything up, I have been busy building this station complex, which is going to be part of Wheezy Station, as well as some of the N-Scenic houses, terraced houses that Tom does at N-Scenic. So we've been making and painting those up. So they've all been pretty good. And we've done quite a bit of work within the TMD area as well. Put the warning up, and on doing the scenics for this, the base that we had warped. It was cardboard, so I've had to relay the base. Now it's been a pretty drastic relay, and we used some plaster of Paris and put some concrete colour into it. But to be honest, I am very, very pleased with the results. It's come out very, very well. We've put a little bit of relief into the entrance to the TMD as well, the vehicle entrance, as well as the roadway in, and yeah, just a little bit of relief by the side of the line, just to break things up. It's not just all flat. So yeah, with that, and we have the starts of a level crossing, which has gone in at the side of Wheezy Station, and that will be happening very, very soon. Again, more on that a little bit later. So on to the main part of this update then, the update of Cirencester Station and what we've been up to. We made a little mock-up out of some cardboard, and I was actually going to use this with papers, with dress stone papers and things. I made it up, put it all together, and I didn't like it. So it had to be done right. We managed to find some ratio some plastic card with the tiled roof and the Cotswold stone effect. And this is what we've done. We rebuilt it from scratch using the same measurements as the mock-up. It looks so much better. Weathered it up, painted it up, weathered it up a little bit. And to be honest, very, very happy. This is probably the best thing to date that I've actually scratch built. Very, very pleased with the results. There's still some finishing bits to do. The extension part to the building, which is where the canopy went, was a little bit of a challenge. The canopy, lots of plastruct pieces of plastic, and some plasticard, see-through glass, etc. Once it was all constructed and put on with the roof, I think it actually looks really, really awesome. And like I said, I am well pleased with this. Probably the best thing I've ever scratch built up to now. Very, very happy with it, and it all looks very, very good indeed. Going into the yard, the actual yard, there are a few bits, as the per picture there. Water tower, slightly different. Can't buy it, you need to build it. So, again, with the same plastic card, we get it out, we build. If you can't buy it, you build it. So, scratch built from nothing, from bits of plastic. There's the water tower and the lean-to for the engine shed. Again, all built with some plastic card. It is a Graham Farish engine shed, the wooden engine shed. Not quite exactly how it should be, but it is good, and it's very, very apt for the design, etc. So that's how it goes. Finished products, very happy indeed. So there you go, guys, completely up to date. Apart from a few little bits I've been doing this week, which will come up in the next update. And we haven't actually done any running because of the bits I've been doing. More will be explained later on, and I promise you there will be some running in the next video. It's been a long time since we've actually put trains around it, so that will be coming up in a very short video, probably in a week or so's time, I would imagine. I just need to clear up from what I've been doing, and then we can run some trains. But as promised, I said I'd get a video out this week, so here we are. I am back, I am modelling. I have been doing bits and pieces, as you've seen, so it's been quite busy. Health-wise, I am okay. We are keeping going and doing what we can. So, you know, with all this coronavirus going around at the moment, I'm hoping you're all staying well. I'm isolated. I have been since October. So yeah, everything's hunky-dory and everything's good so far. Family around me, so everything's good. And we just love the trains, so keep it going, keep the modelling going, and lots of entertainment come from you guys, which I'm always thankful for. Even in the low periods, I can sit and watch you guys doing your little bits on your channels, and it gives me a little of inspiration, and you know, if you pick me up, so thanks for that. A massive shout once again to Stephen from Elvenhome. Without your little bit of input on my mention on your last 2 episodes, I believe, my subscriptions have gone up quite significantly, and I'm very, very grateful for that. Very grateful indeed. I have got another little announcement I'm going to make. This could be in the next run-in. We have managed to acquire, not sure how much of that you can actually see properly, but it's the Midland Pullman, and I managed to get hold of a limited edition. So we'll have a reboxing, an unboxing and a running session with that. It's been on the rolling road, so it's all running and ready to go, and I promise you within the next week to 10 days we'll get it running up there, and I'll take some footage. I'll be back with a running shot with all the locos I've got, and that'll be happening very soon. So if you haven't already, thank you very much for subscribing, but please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell. You'll know where I am next time. I am still about, but I'm not promising any timescales on anything, because obviously other things going on, and you know, a few complications thrown in for good measure. Alright guys, you stay safe, take care of yourselves, stay well, stay safe, and let's beat this. Take care now. Bye.